fine with me. I mean, we were the new kids, but it was the start of the year and there were a lot of new kids. Also, it was the start of freshman year for me, so a lot of the kids didn't know each other anyway if they came from different middle schools. And plus, Toby was 11 and just starting middle school, so I bet it was the same with her. So there wasn't much to notice. That was fine with me. At first, it was just like that. I walk Toby to school every day that the weather is good. It usually is, especially at the beginning of the school year. I mean, it can be hot sometimes, but there's also a lot of cool breeze coming in from the ocean. Dad likes to talk about the cool breeze coming in from the ocean. He says it's another good reason that we moved, so we can be near the water, even though we were living near the water in Wisconsin. The school is a mile from home, and it takes about 20 minutes to walk there. Toby and I leave at 7 o'clock in the morning. We walk a bunch of blocks past other houses that look a lot like ours with dark red bricks and 2 trees in each of their front lawns. Then, we turn onto this one street where the houses are bigger and different colors, with yards and gardens and horseshoe-shaped driveways. This is where some of the richer people live. But I mean most everyone in Summerdale has money. After that, we turn onto a bridge that goes over this wide creek. The rich people's backyards face the creek. Once we get over the bridge, we are basically on school property. The school has a lot of land, though, and has a small woods on the side near the creek, so we have to walk by that first. The high school and the middle school are right next to each other on adjacent lots. Dad says this was to save taxpayers' money. He says it with this kind of approving smile, thin and short. He always has that same expression when he's talking about saving taxpayers' money. We will get to the schools with a few minutes to spare, and sometimes I give Toby $1 for a muffin or a cookie or something, even though we always eat breakfast at home. Just 'cause she's kind of cool. Then I'll squeeze her shoulder, and she'll go off to the middle school, and I'll go off to the high school. That's just about every day the weather is good. Toby and I are just turning onto that one street where the rich people live when I see Victor. Victor's a kid in a couple of my classes, biology and art. I don't really know him or anything. In biology, he sits with another kid, Fuller, and they talk a lot. Mrs. Ferguson gets annoyed at them. I don't think they've known each other for long. On the first day of school, Mrs. Ferguson had us all sit in assigned seats at 8 different tables. Each table had 4 stools around it, and a sink off to the side, and gas hookups for Bunsen burners. It's kind of like my 7th grade science class. Victor and Fuller were put together at one of the tables. I'm at a table behind them. I watch them sometimes, because I have to face them when Mrs. Ferguson is at the front of the class. They didn't talk to each other much for the first week. I mean, they would say small talk things like, "Can I borrow a pen?" or "What page are we on?" I watched them. After a week or maybe a bit longer, Victor said, "Hey." Just like that. When Fuller came in, Fuller looked at him for a bit and then said, "Hey." That was it, though. But the next day, they started talking a bit more. After a couple weeks, they seemed to be friends. This morning, Victor's standing at the edge of one of those driveways and smoking a cigarette and looking at his phone. He has on black jeans and a green t-shirt too big for him. He brings the cigarette up to his mouth, holding it between his first 2 fingers, and then he takes a drag. And then he pulls the cigarette back down with his thumb and index finger. He keeps doing that, switching his fingers, and then he looks up from his phone at us. His hair gets in his eyes, and he brushes it away, straight and parted and really, really dark. I can't tell if it's his house or not, but I sort of doubt it, because he's smoking, and he'd probably get in trouble if his parents saw him. It's a mostly gray house with weird spires that remind me of Disneyland and a long, winding gravel driveway. There are 3 really wide willow trees. I love willow trees. I've never smoked before, except one time to try it when my friend Chris back in Sheboygan Falls got one of his stepsister's packs of Virginia Slims. That's supposed to be a girl cigarette, but it was all he could get. We both tried it. Chris could do it pretty easily because I think he'd done it before. He said he got a buzz going. I tried to inhale it like he showed me, but it just made me cough a lot. Chris said that happens to everyone the first time, but then it gets better. I didn't really want to try again, though. Anyway.